This is our third Global Connections Mixer. So for this program, we try to bring the perspectives of international students or students who have studied abroad to the international and education abroad community. Today, Annalise is going to be hosting a panel, so we're going to do some Q&A first, and if we have time, we've got some cute little games, but most importantly, we want to hear from you guys, so we'll get started.
Okay, awesome. So again, thank you everybody for being here. This Global Connections Mixer is to highlight our international exchanges. So we have 3 students here who went on exchange programs with Temple, and then 1 student who's currently here on exchange.
I was stuck between 2 universities, and I chose Temple because I knew that there were more opportunities to study abroad with Temple. And I chose specifically Seoul, South Korea because I like K-pop. That's one thing, but also I wanted to try going somewhere that didn't speak English before looking for somewhere that did speak English. And out of all the languages I knew, I learned some Korean a little. I knew some words to get around at least, and especially because I already went there. I also was really interested in some of the dance classes that they had there.
I did have an American dream. Like if you're an international student, you'll probably have an American dream. So one of my goals since I was very young was studying abroad. The exchange student program in Taiwan is that you can pay the tuition back in Taiwan, and then you get to come here with a very low amount of money tuition. So that was pretty good. And also I'm into acting, and my home university didn't provide that kind of class. So there are so many acting classes here, and theater major, like film majors, so that's why I chose to come here.
For me, I just wanted to switch up my environment. I really like nature, and Australia is completely full with it. Basically, I knew there would be a lot of opportunities to explore the things that I want to explore, so that's primarily why I went down there.
I also did an exchange program. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I went to Sciences Po Lyon in France last semester, and I feel like one thing that sets our exchange programs apart from Temple programs is that you really get to experience the academic culture of that institution. So I was wondering what you guys' academic experiences were like.
One thing that's very sure about compared to Korea versus the US is they're very strict on attendance. So it's like we're here, like you can kind of get away with like skipping classes. Like I think there's a certain amount of classes, like if you miss, then you automatically fail the class. I didn't do that, but like the classes overall were just really difficult.
For me, I actually prefer the education I receive here because it is more interactive. I feel like, I don't know if it's the same in Korea, but like the classes in Taiwan are all in lecture form. So you don't really get the chance to like share your opinions, like express your opinions in class. And I feel like that's really sad because what we have here is that you can contribute in the class, like contribute to the discussion. I feel like that's really important in education because we're building like critical thinking, that kind of soft skill.
And then this can be for anyone who wants to jump in, but how was the language barrier in terms of, did you take classes in the language of your host country or not? And how was that?
I took a Korean class. That was actually the class I failed because I had a 96 or 97 in that class, and because of my attendance, I failed it. The language barrier wasn't that bad. I think also if you're a person who's like understanding of like you don't understand the language, so you can't be upset at people for trying to communicate with you, it's pretty fine. A lot of people there do know some English, but try to learn some Korean over there to get around. They're pretty empathetic with that though. I will say there are some people who are not, but that's usually not a common occurrence.
Cause like I'm by like Hongdae, Mapo, Sinchon. I know those areas are like at least more catered towards international. I made a lot of friends around there, so usually they would just cover the Korean for me. So I kind of got away with like not needing to learn as much. But in terms of like actually reading it, I can like pronounce everything really well, but I have no clue what I'm actually saying.
So I just wanted to know what your experience was with making friends. Was it easy? Was it difficult? How did you try to go about that?
When we went on campus, everyone's just talking to everyone. They're very friendly down there. Just have very deep conversation with someone sitting next to you on the bus stop, and then you're on campus and talking up. You just talk to someone and they'll talk back to you, at least down there. Everyone's very easygoing, so that was my experience. No problem there.
Did you actually think it was better over there than here in terms of
Oh,
facility of meeting people?
100%. Like, you walk down the street here, no one says hi. Over there, everyone's like, how are you doing? Good morning. How you going? And it's a lot easier. Yeah.
I have American roommates, but they all have their own friend groups already because they're from here. So it's easier for me to make friends with other international students because we know no one here, so we just get together. I would say, I don't know why, but it's really hard to have deeper conversations with Americans. Yeah. I really don't know why. Is that part of the culture here? Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
I feel like here surface level relationships can be very easy in terms of like people be very polite, or you might talk to someone in an elevator at a grocery store,
Yeah.
but like creating the deep friendships
It's all,
be.
yeah, it's all small talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over there, it was actually pretty easy to make like Korean friends. This is actually something that I wish we had here. They had a program where local students would be paired up with exchange students. So they'd hang out at least like once a month, and if you like your personalities got along, then you would hang out even more than that. Like I went to basketball games with some of my Korean friends. We went to eat dinner. I went to see Moana 2 with them. So I do wish we had that there, and it was really easy to make Korean friends there through that. Outside of that, making Korean friends was like pretty hard, but I can't say I put that much effort into it, knowing like not knowing who spoke English or anything, and not wanting to like make someone feel bad for not speaking English. Making other exchange friends was really easy because most other exchange students either spoke only like Korean and their native tongue, or their native tongue and English.
And for those of you who are returned, how many people would you say you're still in contact with from your exchange?
I mean, I was just texting one of my friends like this morning. Majority of I feel like all the people who are also on exchange there, I don't really talk to, but like mostly like the Korean friends, I still talk to.
Next question, this is kind of a day in the life type thing, which can be pretty broad, but just what sorts of things would you do on a daily basis? What was your accommodation like? What kinds of foods were you eating?
I would walk to the bus stop like 30 minutes and then take the bus to campus. Stay on campus till like noon. Go to the gym with a bunch of Aussie guys. It was fun. And then usually I'd go home, do some homework, and then reconnect with either those guys or like a bunch of other people just down at the beach.
For accommodation in Taiwan, it's so cheap. My rent in Vantage is $1,400 a month, and it's a four bed, 2-bathroom type of floor plan, and that would cost like, wait, I wrote that down. Oh, $250 to $400 in Taiwan. Just imagine like all your favorite stores, shops, restaurants, cafes, bars are all in one place, and you can just walk there within like 10 minutes. That's how convenient it is in Taiwan. Basically, like the whole country is covered by stations, so you can just go anywhere. You don't need a car. If you want to travel, like on weekends or go to other places, you can just take the train. It would take it. The country is really small. It's smaller than Pennsylvania, probably, right? Yeah.
They had a lot of arcades and like bowling nearby, so a lot of people went there. After classes end, I went to the karaoke booth like every day. Yes, it was like 40 cents per song, 30 cents per song.
You had by song?
Yeah,
Oh,
coin is song.
That's true.
Coin is song.
See, but there's some too where it's just like you pay by the hour.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's not worth the money.
For me, it's worth the money.
It's not worth the money. It's like twice the price. You have to do the math. I did the math. They even have a membership for it.
See, these were Hongdae for me, so Hongdae's different.
Yeah, they had memberships where for the price of 7 songs, you got 11 songs. And then you could save your songs for the next time you came, so you could purchase more songs, sing as much as you want. Oh, actually, I don't want to sing this many songs, and then save it for the next time you go. It was great.
I was actually going to ask what your favorite thing was that you guys ate while abroad. Actually.
Tim Tams.
What are Tim Tams?
It's like a little chocolate, 2 cookies with like a chocolate filling. I got some in my apartment. I bet you.
Did you bring them back with you, or you ordered them?
From like forever ago?
Yeah, I brought a lot back.
Like a whole suitcase?
I had a lot of space left. Oh but I live right next to a convenience. I live next to an Aldi, so the night of I left, I just grabbed them all.
What would you say some of your key takeaways were from your study abroad experience?
I learned a lot of things, like how to plan trips. I never planned a trip before, like a multi-week trip or anything like that. I got my time scheduling pretty, time management pretty well down to accommodate those trips and stuff like that. But then, I don't know, I think just being able to learn and then adapt to another culture was pretty revolutionary. It was pretty cool.
I was very much like scared to do things, and then my friends also were, and I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna see these people again realistically. I'm in a whole new country. They cannot like me or talk badly about me. I won't understand it. It's very fine. I won't understand it. I'll just be that foreigner who like, hey, they didn't like. I'm just gonna try to meet new people. Like, hey, you're really pretty. Oh, I like your clothes. Just like small things like that. I remember I had one day with my friend where he was like, oh, you're complimenting a lot of people, and I was like, this is my way of starting to talk to people and get comfortable with them. It's a huge step in becoming your own person and trying new things. So once you get that one step there, like so many other opportunities are opened.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming. I think now we'll just have time to like mingle, eat more snacks if you want. Feel free to take them with you. And yeah, it was really nice to hear about all of your experiences. So thank you.
Thank you guys.